Good morning to this first edition of Unsolved Mysteries, part one of three. There are many discussions, many commentaries debating whether dead people, neshamot that left this world, know what's going to happen in the future. We hear so many stories about dead people coming into dreams, coming into thoughts when daydreaming or in a vision. Is it true? Is it not true? Is it a figment of your imagination? Or is it really Hashem? Because again, Hashem is behind everything, of course, trying to send you a message. So let's see story number one. Story number one is called Secrets from the Grave. What was that? The sons of Rabbi Chia were headed to the farmlands. They were going to see how the workers were working, and they forgot what they were studying. And one of the sons said, "Do you think our father that is past would know our anguish, would be disappointed, would know our fears, how forgetting such studying affects us?" Again, these were Talmidei Chachamim, they were Geonim. And one of the sons says, no, the dead do not know. Quoting Yov, the book of Job, he's like, my father would not know of my success, of my well-being, because he has passed. Then another son says, of course, yes. According to Rabbi Yitzchak, the deceased feels the gnawing of the maggots like nails piercing the body. So indeed, the body, the soul feels pain, knows what's going on. So now the Gemara brings three braitot. So to explain what is a braita, it is oral laws, oral traditions that are not included in the Mishnah. So here's the first braita, the secrets from the grave. What is that? I keep hearing that. There was one guy, a pious man, un hombre bien, tzaddik, tranquilo. He saw a poor man. He was begging for money, and these were very hard times, very economic bad times. The crops weren't good, inflation. It wasn't a good time. It was like the depression, should we say. And this pious man gave this beggar 1 dinar. He gave him a very generous gift. He goes home, and the wife comenzó a mejnearle. ¿A dónde estabas? ¿A dónde fuites? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué trabajaste? Le mejneó. And the guy's like, I went to work and then I saw a beggar. I gave him 1 dinar. What? You gave him 1 dinar? Pero será posible? ¿Tú estás loco? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And the man couldn't take it. He was a very quiet man. He didn't want to hear it. So he decided to leave the house for the night. And he walked and he wandered. As he got closer to the graveyard, he heard 2 girls talking. This pious man was like, whoa, what's going on here? It's like past midnight. So he goes into the graveyard thinking that there's 2 girls that are scared, that are afraid, that want to get out. So he hides behind a tree. And he hears two girls talking. What are they saying? Hey, come on. It's Rosh Hashanah. Well, it's almost Rosh Hashanah. Let's go see around the world what's going to go on for this year. The man is quiet. The other girl is like, no. Please go without me. I can't because I'm buried in a mat of reeds. The Gemara explains that the parents of this little girl weren't rich enough and they buried her in a mat of reeds, meaning that her body takes a long time to decompose. Until you totally decompose, the neshama is not free to wander. So this neshama cannot go. So she's like, no, go without me and come back. Tell me what's the news. So a few hours later, the neshama comes back and this man is hearing the news. And he's like, wow, you should hear. Those that are going to sow the first part of the year is going to get rained out. There's going to be blizzard. There's going to be rain. It's all going to go to the garbage. So the man heard that. Obviously, he did Rosh Hashanah. He prepared his crops and he took advice. He didn't do any sowing the first half of the year. He started the second half of the year and he was the only one that had a full land of crops. He became rich. Fast forward to the year after, same thing. His wife, Neando, déjame, que como eso, y qué vamos a hacer, y cómo vamos a pagar. The guy's like, listen, I'm going to take care of it. I'm just going to go for a walk. Za'ama, a walk. And he walks again, and he passes the same graveyard, and he hears those two girls talking. So just imagine, 1 in the morning, you pass a graveyard, you hear two little girls yip-yapping. So he hides behind a tree, and the same conversation. The girl's like, hey, come on, let's go. It's days before Rosh Hashanah. Let's see what's going to go on in the world this year. The girl responds, listen, I still can't travel with you. I'm buried in a mat of reeds. And we know that, once again, unfortunately, she wasn't fully decomposed like the other one. She comes back, and he's like, wow, this time it's the opposite. The one who sows their crop at the beginning of the year is going to be saved because the second part, all the crops are going to be blighted. What does that mean? They're going to become a yellowish, brownish color. It's like rust for vegetation. And they're going to be unedible and total loss. So this tzaddik, he goes, he does his Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Sukkot, very nice. And the first half of the year, he works like an animal. And once again, he is saved. His crop is beautiful, while the others are having trouble. The woman, la zekena, ven aquí, no eres tan inteligente, mi hombre. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasa? Otra vez le mejneó, le hizo todo. Me rendites. He's like, listen, those two Rosh Hashanah que me neates al arma, I went to the graveyard and I heard the secrets. And she was like, that's why. Not too long after, this wife of the pious man got into an argument with the mother. Whose mother? The mother of the daughter that couldn't travel because she was buried in a mat of reeds and wasn't decomposed. So they get into an argument, and this woman was very vicious. And she's like, you know what? Leave me alone. You're not even capable of burying your daughter the right way. She's still not decomposed, and she is still not going to Gan Eden. The mother collapsed. The other mom that heard that was in shock. She became white like a ghost, and she collapsed. There's a Gemara that says that she died. The third year, this Zaken goes back to the graveyard, of course. Jamais 203, you know? And he goes behind the tree and he hears the girl, "Hey, let's go, come on, come on. Let's go see what God has planned for this year." And the girl's like, "No, no, 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 no. Don't move. The word has spread that people from this earth know what's going on." And no secrets were given. And that's how the story ends. Now, do the dead know what's going on? Or don't they know? So there's going to be commentaries that are going to say, yes, of course, they just proved you. First year, they said that the crop of the second part of the year was the best. And then the second year, they saw what was going to happen during the year. And they said the first part of the crop was good and not the second part. Isn't that proof enough? Then there's another Gemara that says, no, maybe somebody around died and told them that somebody heard about the story, and that's why they didn't say. And the Gemara says that person may have been the mom's daughter that wasn't buried. So once again, we'll see what happens in part 2 of Unsolved Mysteries. What do you guys think? Do you think the dead people know the future? Or they hear it from spirits or from other angels? Or do they have the capacity to know what's going to happen? Stay tuned for part 2, the second story.